Hello and welcome to Lifetime Encore, the podcast where we discuss your favorite made-for-TV movies. Whether you love to hate watch or hate yourself for loving them, pour up a glass of your favorite cocktail and join us. I'm your host, Patrick Serrano, and my guests today are...
I am Drew Current.
I'm Tristan Tanner.
Yay!
Tristan's here.
Hi.
Hi, Tristan.
Hello.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Tristan, guys, is a Chicago improviser, one of the best, in my opinion.
I would say that.
Yes. And also a new mom.
I am.
Our
One of the best, I would say.
Yeah, in
Best
my
new moms.
opinion. In my
I don't know.
opinion. And our second new mom of the week.
Yeah. I'm newer, though. Nellie will be 1 month on Thursday.
Yeah.
What a cutie. Met Nellie. Sorry, John Lee. Met her first. Yeah, so how's it been going? Are you doing okay?
Yeah, doing okay.
You found time to watch the movie, apparently.
I did. Well, thankfully, I watched it on like the DirecTV app or something. And so I could pause it when Nellie threw up on me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know, me too, but it wasn't Nellie. It was Rich.
Yeah.
It wasn't Nelly. It was myself.
It was it was me.
It was me. Mine throw up.
Oh, that would be so gross. Baby throw up's so cuter.
It's actually totally fine. Like my
It's
mom
just
was
like
like,
milk.
"Oh, is the poop really bad?" I'm like, I don't care about the poop. Like, I'm just worried I'm gonna ruin her life forever. Like,
Oh
poop
my
is
God.
fine.
Poop is fine, but the whole life.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, I'm glad you found time in your schedule to like come and make an appearance on the podcast.
Yes, thank you.
And Nellie is in studio, so if you hear her, don't be alarmed that her dad is with
It's,
her.
yeah, it's just a baby.
It's just a baby.
Don't worry about it.
Cool out, guys. Hey, before we get into this too far, am I allowed to swear?
Oh,
Oh,
fuck yes, you
yeah.
are.
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. I just almost did, and then I was like, "Who? What?"
No, we have a little explicit on the podcast.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
Hallmark audience might not appreciate swearing as much,
Right.
but they're listening to a podcast, so I think they know what they're getting in for.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it's explicit. It's explicitly explicit.
Yeah, and it's not like we're talking about like really. It's just like we're like, what the fuck?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like we're talking about anything like where your kid. I guess kids can't hear that. So Nellie, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, we swear around Nellie a lot.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
New parent.
I feel
Ruin
like
for
I
life.
feel like the Hallmark people who watch them. I think they need a break. They need a break, like a little reality thing.
For real, like not kidding. I've been watching these like for a week. I need like in any other time that I'm not watching the Hallmark Christmas movies, I'm like watching the darkest stuff I can find, like murder. I finished that Netflix show that's like, what's that woman?
About the
It's like a Handmaid's Tale, but it's like a different one.
Oh.
It's the same
Is
same
Margaret
idea.
Atwood
Yeah, it's a
stuff?
Margaret Atwood
Oh.
story, but it's like about a murderess.
Oh, yeah.
a murderess.
Yes. So I was like, murderess. I'm in.
You're just watching like Darren Aronofsky movies.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was
I
gonna
watched
say, like,
Black
Train
Swan.
Spotting and
Requiem for a Dream.
All of them. Yeah. That sounds great. In contrast. But today, guys, we're not talking about those movies. I don't even know if I could intelligibly talk about those movies. We're talking about Christmas Encore.
Encore.
Which was the title was changed somewhere along the lines from Encore Christmas. Big difference.
okay.
Much better.
Big difference.
Yeah.
Brave choice, Hallmark. Brave choice. Starring Maggie Lawson and Brienne Elliot?
Brienne.
Well, I know that's the man name.
You're not just saying Brian.
Brian?
Weird, are you?
No, it's Brennan.
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 Wait, right?
Yeah.
Brennan, yeah.
Brennan's a boy's name.
Yeah.
Brennan Elliot.
Brennan. Yeah.
You know, those two jamokes.
Mm-hmm.
Maggie Lawson actually is an actress that's like in stuff though.
That's
Like-
surprising based on her performance in this film.
Well, she's in Psych, and I believe she was the fake Clueless girl, like on the TV show Clueless. I think that was her.
Oh.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Which still had Dion in it.
It still had Dee,
she
but
never aged. 'Cause
yeah,
she's
but
so
Alicia
beautiful.
Silverstone like was too good for it.
Yeah, well.
Well, she was.
but she wasn't. Look
But
at her
she
now.
was busy being in The Crush.
Oh yes, the
okay.
crush.
With this Maggie Lawson, you know about you know about plastic surgery. Where
I
things,
do.
what was going on with her mouth? Is that
yeah.
Is that plastic surgery or is that just?
I think it's just an actress quirk, like I'm being cute type of thing.
Oh, weird. Because it just seemed like it was like
'Cause,
frozen.
yeah, you can't get like any Botox around your face, your mouth area.
Okay.
So it's not Botox. Maybe she had lip fillers and she didn't like. That's the thing I've noticed about a lot of these movies. The white people have the thinnest lips. Like,
It's just Canadians.
I guess it really has been bothering me lately. I don't know, because this week was like a very white Christmas. Like even like, I don't even know that there was any people of color in this movie.
There was Rachel, the friend that was trying to whisk her away to Chicago.
Oh, right. But she could only appear on an iPad or a laptop screen.
Right. No,
right.
yeah.
There must be some like actor clause where like she gets paid significantly less for just appearing on a screen.
Yeah.
Yes, Rachel, I forgot. Okay, so jumping right in, Charlotte is our lead actress, Maggie Lawson, and she is playing a TV actress, aspiring or like kind of like mediocre, successfully, not really doing well
Yeah.
in New York. And she, the audition that she is at the top is just the most ridiculous thing.
For Maven's department store.
Yeah, she's doing a department store like a commercial audition,
Oh,
but
okay.
behind her is like they decorated a bunch of Christmas trees for her to audition for. Like, and she's like, Maven's Christmas, get on down or whatever.
Yeah, except you did it with feeling in your voice.
Oh, right.
she
Just
was
now
like,
you did it.
Maven's, open a box or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it was. But it was just like the weirdest setup. And that kind of sets the thesis for the movie. Like, we work in TV and we work at Hallmark Channel, but we've never actually like done an audition or been to a theater or anything with theater. It was so weird.
Can we get just
We-
overarching the whole thing is about this play. They're doing a Christmas Carol,
Yes.
but they are conceiving of the whole like way that they're gonna do the show, like they're gonna do a new spin on it. They're conceiving of it during Christmas, like during the Christmas season, but then they still have to rehearse it and write
put it up.
Yeah, it's
and
like
it opens like on Christmas Eve or something
I don't know.
ridiculous.
It's so weird. Every time I've done a Christmas show, you start in like September.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to start.
You start, so then you're running during the holidays. Little things like that.
They don't.
Hallmark doesn't have time for that, but Hallmark like really did not fucking care about any of that.
Dude, these so far, like all of the this week's shit.
This is
literally like the writers
I'm
being
not
like,
kidding.
I don't know,
Bottom of the barrel.
fucking here, dude.
They were written like last month.
Yeah.
So we are going to be a little bit inside baseball this week because we are theater people, and Tristan is one of my favorite actresses in Chicago. And
Patrick.
it's true. It's true. And she's one of the reasons why I started doing music improv, because I saw her in Family and I was like, she's amazing. So we have a pro here. So we're going to really get into the nitty gritty of the theater stuff. If that's not your scene and you're like, they're nitpicking theater, like, sorry, listen to another one.
Sorry, guys.
But if you are theater or you are an actor, this is a shit for you. You're gonna love us. So she like doesn't get the big role. It's like the casting director comes out and he's like, Charlotte, and then she's like, yes, and he's like, oh, I meant the other Charlotte sitting right there.
Yeah.
So rude.
Because they had the trope of, you know, how when people audition for a show or whatever and they come out and everybody looks just like them in the lobby. And that was like all the girls had like long blonde hair and were wearing a Santa hat like she was. So, and then
Yes.
so
Well,
all
that's
the girls were
good.
the same.
I mean, that's
yeah.
good. They have that trope in there.
Yeah.
They
You
Yeah.
didn't
gotta
want
have
to
that.
tread new.
No.
No. So
ground.
she goes to lunch with her pragmatic friend Rachel, the person of color who I forgot because she only appears on monitor screens for most of the movie. But for this scene, she's actually there, and they're friends from college, and she lives in Chicago. And she's like, oh, I have a job opening up. And the girl who previously did the job was a theater major in college. So you might be perfect. And the job's like,
A party planner.
yeah.
Like, and also later you see the website and it's so shitty. Like of the,
Yeah.
I have it written down somewhere, but it says like it's like Julie's party planning or something, and it's like it's like
They didn't even use Squarespace.
No,
certainly not.
It's like a hot
GeoCities.
Angel Fire.
Oh, it was Party Planning with Penelope was the name of it.
love-
It was Angel Fire.
I love that alliteration.
They used
Party
Angel-
Planning with
I was
They
like,
used
there is
Angel
no
Fire.
way that job is worth uprooting your life, like giving up your dream and then moving halfway across the country
Yes.
to go take this job.
So as she's having this conversation, I think this is the scene. So she's having the conversation and like we think they're at lunch, but then at the end of the scene, she's like, well, gotta go back to my tables because she's a waitress
Yes.
at the place that they're having lunch. They're not really having lunch. It's a misdirect and she's a waitress.
Yes, I also I
that's
have
fun.
big reveal. She's a
Yeah,
waitress.
big
right?
reveal.
Just like every actor being a waitress. So then she's like,
But that's a real thing. That's
no,
real.
It is because you
Yeah.
can have your days free or whatever.
So that's
But, like,
so
why
far
was
that's the
it
most
a
realistic
reveal?
part of this.
it was like such a big reveal, like a big moment, and like a misdirect moment for no reason. Just have her be a waitress, okay?
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
We know she's not successful.
Yeah, we
That's fine.
established that in the first 5 minutes where all the exposition happens. But turns out, so she had a chance to be a big time actor with Julian Walker, not Johnny Walker, and she auditioned for the show called Thick or Thin. I couldn't tell. Is it like a CSI type of thing?
Okay, honestly, during this part, I don't know what was happening, but I think so I was watching it with my mom.
Yeah.
Because my mom's here visiting to help with the Nelly.
Of course.
And so my mom was just asking 1,000 questions. And so, like, I kept missing things.
Like
at the
about
beginning.
the movie.
You know-
She's
Yeah, like I
don't
thought
know.
these movies were for old ladies, so
Yeah.
like they should understand them. But my mom kept being like, "What city is this?" I was like, "I think it's New York, Mom. I don't know. I'm watching it at the same time as you."
Look, it's either New
Yeah,
York.
yeah.
It's
I
either
think
New
that's
York
like
or Vermont.
everyone's experience watching this with their mom.
Yeah.
It's like the mom's like, "What?" Although it with my mom, it's reversed because I'm usually the one that's like, "Wait, what did happen? I missed it." And my mom's like already predicted the whole movie by like the first. My mom's really good, even with like Law and Order stuff. She's like, "Oh, that guy did it." I'm like, "How do you know?" She's so good. But yeah, I think that's a lot of people's experience watching with their families. No one's really paying attention; they're just like half paying attention,
Right.
or it's like on, but your brain is not registering what you're.
Yeah, you're just kind of like, I don't.
Like,
Okay.
this feels nice to watch something where I can look at my phone and play Candy Crush or whatever.
Or you just get,
Oh yeah,
you
so
have a
this
moment.
show with this
Yes.
hack actor Julian.
Julian Walker.
Yeah.
So apparently he did some improvising, which we all know about. He did some improvising in the audition and it threw Charlotte off her game. So she wasn't expecting it and she fumbled and she didn't get the part and he did. So now he's a big star. He has a People's Choice Award.
Yeah, improv.
So
Okay.
like
So-
Melissa Joan Hart level.
Yeah,
famous.
Paula Abdul has a People's Choice. I was very proud of Paula for that. Little gay me. Anyways, so so she's like got a vendetta with him, and she's like, I will never like work with him or whatever. And then he is in New York because he's directing the Christmas Carol. So he's like, taking meetings and stuff, and he has one of the meetings at the restaurant, and Charlotte is the waitress there, of course, but she like comes up to the table and she's like, "Oh, hey Julian,
I saw you from my table where I was eating my lunch.
yeah, I'm just eating my lunch here." She has like her name tag on, she has like her uniform on, she has like a pencil in her hair, like
Yeah,
very
she has an apron.
She's very obviously a
So
waitress, but
waitressy.
trying to pass it off. And then her boss comes over. I wrote down his name because I was like, "Oh, Gary."
Of course.
And he's very supportive of her career, and he like lets her have time off all the time. But he's like, "Hey, Charlotte, can you take this to table 3?" She's like, "Sure, weirdo. Why would I do that? I don't work here."
Wait, so she's trying to
okay,
pretend.
random man.
yeah, she's trying
Yeah.
to play it off like he just like asked her to take food. She's like, "Okay, well, after I eat my lunch." Like, what?
Can I follow up on the name tag part too?
Yes.
Because there's this other guy that comes earlier. He's like the set designer of the show. He has come to sort of
right.
drop a hint that that this show's happening. And he's like, "Hi, Charlotte," and she's like, "How do you know my name?" And he's like, "It's on your name tag." And when that happened, I was like, ugh, and my mom was like, "Ha ha 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 ha," and laughed forever. So
Hallmark's killing it.
Yeah,
Hallmark's killing it with that writing.
The old name tag bit.
No need to punch up the script. But anyway, so
Never goes away. It'll for all time.
Yes.
It's a for all time joke.
Also, this Julian he looks like if Ty Pennington was a serial killer.
Yes, Ty Pennington from what's that show?
I don't know, some house thing.
It's like Move the Bus.
Yeah, that one. The one where they remodel your house. while
Extreme
you're,
Home
like, at
Makeover.
Disneyland.
Extreme Home
Yeah,
Makeover.
yeah, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
he was on like he was on HGTV before it was like really popular with like Paige Lewis.
Ooh.
I don't know. But I used to have a crush on him.
But he has the pointiest hair. He and
Yes.
Julian.
And Julian really going with that gelled hair. Anyways, so he's like not really noticing she's a waitress or cares. Or, I mean, he must have noticed, but he doesn't care. And doesn't even come back into the conversation.
Like in real life.
Yeah. So the Christmas Carol is holding open auditions for everyone to come to. And guys, we know what open auditions are. Anyone can show up. But Charlotte's agent calls her and is like, "I've got an audition for you. I'm a New York agent."
Which because when her phone rings, it says Sandy/agent.
Oh yeah.
Which you would never put anybody in your phone that way.
Not with a
Like,
slash. A
yeah,
parentheses.
it would be either
or
their name or
Sandy,
agent.
Sandy agent. You know what I mean? I would put the last name agent.
Okay.
Anyways, so yeah, the agent's like, "I've got a good job for you. I work in TV, and you're a TV actress, but you're going to audition for this theater thing now. It's going to be a great opportunity."
And there's literally a sandwich board out on the street that says open auditions. So
Right.
presumably people are just wandering by and are like, "You know what? I think I could be in the Christmas Carol."
I'll do that.
Be that.
I'll do that.
I'm gonna do that.
So she shows up for the audition, and she's like
Through
all
the
dressed
agent.
up, and she really put some time into it, and like she had to prepare her monologue, and not only prepare a monologue, but she also hypothesized or like created the whole premise of the show for herself. Because that's what actors do,
Yeah.
right, Drew?
She decides she's
your job.
Scrooge.
She's going to audition for the part of Scrooge, and it's going to be a modern telling of the Christmas Carol. And
Brave.
she's going to update it.
Yeah.
But
That's very brave.
yeah.
And
so,
she changes the name to Erlinda instead of Ebenezer.
Oh no. She
Right.
doesn't need to do that because that's not a real name anyway.
No.
So.
And we go into the audition, and
That's
see
where she
we
messed up,
see
I
the
think.
end of one of the auditions, and he's like, "God bless us, everyone."
Yeah, it's like sexy Tiny Tim.
Sexy,
Yeah.
grown ass Tiny Tim, and the director's like, or Julian's like, "Oh, that's the biggest Tiny Tim I've ever seen." Cha cha cha.
This is when your mom just
Yeah, her mom's just like laughing away.
Just
Moms
chuckles.
love that joke about Tiny Tim.
his name is Tiny Tim,
And he's a big man.
but he's huge.
So she goes and she auditions, or she like gets cold feet or something and runs away. I don't even know what happened.
Yeah, she gets freaked out, which I was like, why did she leave? Did they fuck or something? Because it like seemed she was so weirded out at seeing him.
Right, and because she didn't know Julian was going to be
But
there.
it's only
Yeah.
it's because it's just because she like that guy got the part instead of her.
Right, so
Yeah.
she's
Which
still
I don't know why they're
jealous.
going
She's still
Which-
jealous.
Yeah, surely they're not going for the same roles.
Right.
So
No, but then he like chases after her, and
also why?
yeah,
Who cares? She's
Like,
not that good.
Charlotte, come back.
You're the best.
And he
Yeah.
is not wearing a coat, and so he really dramatically shivers the whole time. Like he's like clutching his arms and shaking because they're
Brave
outside.
choice.
Yeah.
Brave choice. No one acknowledges
And
the temperature.
that's the director just being like, just act cold. You're
Can you be
outside.
cold?
Just act
Yeah.
Just be cold.
Be cold.
Be
Yeah.
cold.
So then she like goes back. There's something that happens between, but I didn't take notes on it. So she goes back and she like delivers her like very great speech,
And gets a standing ovation.
a standing ovation, and then everyone hugs at the end of the audition. They're like, "You're hired," and they all group hug.
Also, have you ever been on an audition where the panel of people auditioning you are like the costume designer and the set designer?
Yeah. Yeah. It was
No.
a weird auditioning situation.
So they've just like whoever wrote it has just done
Never done theater.
Never.
Only done
No.
film and TV.
Yeah.
For sure.
Also, and I don't know if this is getting too ahead, but you like almost never see any other actors from this play.
No.
Like it's only the production team.
Does Tiny Tim make it in the cast?
I don't know. You never see anybody else. It's like
I think that was like my big question. I was like, does Tiny Tim make it? Did he make it?
The huge question.
Yeah.
the only
is,
one we know is when they're like, "You're going to be the ghost of Christmas past because you're the youngest person in the cast." To that one guy,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's like, "I think I can do it," and that's like
that was the
the
reasoning.
only actor you ever see.
Yeah, the play is
because
very
it's avant-garde, Drew.
Yes.
okay.
You know, they're modernizing it. So now Julian and Charlotte get together and start writing the script at her restaurant because since she's an actress and she pitched the idea, now she's going to write the script as well. So they're like writing the script, and it's like she's too busy at work to really work on the script. So she's like, why don't you come back to my place?
Yeah.
Why don't you come back to my place? Okay, hello.
It's so weird though
Whoa.
because he's like, well, maybe we can go to an all night diner, and she goes, I have a better idea, and you think it's gonna be like somewhere cool, but then it's
Yeah.
just her house,
Right.
and she makes 2 cookies.
Yeah. And it's not
I
it's
have
not
a
sexy
better idea.
at all. So then like
They're-
where they
Six Flags.
they write the script and then they're in rehearsals or whatever, and Julian calls everyone into a big meeting because the theater is being sold.
God.
Yeah. This is why I wanted to do this show, because it was about a washed up actress who loses her theater company. That's why I was like, I want Christmas Encore.
This sounds familiar to all of us.
You know, we might have recently been in a situation where we lost our theater space. So this was like,
And we may or may not be washed up actors. Maybe.
I don't know. We are on a podcast now, which is the new improv,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
When I read
new
the
improv
synopsis,
show.
for some reason, I really thought she was going to be like an alcoholic. So I was like
Yes.
really disappointed that,
Aw,
that
yeah.
she was just fine.
Not on Hallmark. Maybe
Yeah,
on
not on
Lifetime.
Hallmark.
Maybe on Lifetime.
Did you notice though when Ty Pennington, he put his hand over his eyes to see through the spotlight, and he had this huge pit stain?
Yes, I did notice
I
that.
was like, come on, Hallmark.
Put on some antiperspirant, dude.
I mean, sure, people get that in real life, but
Yeah, but you're in a
when
movie.
you edit that out,
But that was
when you-
very distracting.
It-
well, it was
well,
just like, what?
It's like, why?
pit stains, though, guys. I mean,
Why is it-
that's not in a movie. That's like reality TV business.
Unless it's like a bit.
Right. I mean,
Yeah, it
no,
wasn't.
it wasn't intentional. So, yeah, then he gives like a rousing speech that they need a Christmas miracle. And then they like go and visit an old acting studio, and they walk around Manhattan. This is like the Christmassy falling in love part. So they have a snowball fight, and they go
And
like
she knocks him down, and she flips out. Like, she hits him with a snowball, and he kind of like tips over a little. And she's like, oh my God, are you okay?
yeah.
She just nails in the head.
No, it's fine. He's fine. He's just
fine.
And not. It's like, tuh, and then he just kind of tumbles over, and she panics.
So they're still in like rehearsals or whatever, and she gets the job from her friend on like an iPad, and her friend's like, you got the job.
You've
And
made it.
Charlotte's like, I didn't really apply or anything. I didn't have an interview or whatever.
She did. She had an interview with that lady.
Did she just show up at the restaurant or something?
I think it was at the restaurant.
Yeah,
Everything
yeah.
happens at the restaurant.
Well, anyway, she gets the job, so now she has a choice. Is she gonna take the job, or is she gonna be in the play? Right?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
basic. Or
But
is
it's
she
like-
going to, continue pursuing her dream? Like, is she going to give up on being an actor?
Okay. Right.
Like her friend of color wants her to give up on her dreams.
Right.
yeah.
You know, she's the pragmatic
She's
friend.
smart.
Yeah.
That's she's like, you're.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
it's
I
fine.
hit my wine on the microphone.
It's all right. So did Charlotte. Well, anyway, so she's like trying to figure that out, and we have the twist that happens, and it's really stupid, and it's like there's the actress from the TV show Samantha.
Oh, yeah.
She has the biggest ears I've ever seen, and I have big ears, guys.
I can't tell.
I couldn't.
Not right now because I have my headphones on. But once I take these off, it's like my dumb ears are gonna flop out. And so with Samantha, she's like the weirdest leading lady, and she just like comes over to his house randomly and is like, "Oh, make me a drink, big boy."
And I didn't even realize. I maybe subconsciously I did, but I didn't know that the two leads were going to be romantically involved until this lady showed up and was like so overselling the like femme fatale thing. I was like, what is this bitch's problem? And I was like, oh, she's like the foil. Okay. I guess these people are gonna fall in love.
So you didn't even,
that was when I figured out that.
I mean, it doesn't warrant a love story. This does, like, there shouldn't really have been a love story in this one, and like the foil Samantha is like not even worthy because he like does not care about her. He's like, oh, you're here again, I guess I'll make you a drink and you'll go home. He doesn't care at all about her.
No.
So then I'm jumping ahead, I think, a little bit. We go to the big night of the show, or maybe it's like the dress rehearsal or something, but Charlotte tells Julian that she was accepted to the job in Chicago, and she'll do the play, but that'll be it. And, no more acting.
No more acting.
It's going to be done.
There's no acting here in Chicago.
Yeah. And before she goes on stage, she meets the building owner, Mr. Hayes, and she like gives him a picture, and she's like, here is a picture of you and your dad outside of the theater. Maybe think about not closing the theater down because it has a history and a past, and your dad would want you to keep the theater open.
Mm-hmm. And this is what reminded me that all the Hallmark actors are Canadian, because the guy said a boot.
Yes, he did.
Oh, yeah.
So, no to any theater closing in Chicago, because that's apparently a thing. Just get a picture of your landlord with their dad in front of the theater, and you'll save the theater. Because he does change his mind, and he's like, we're not. I'm jumping a little bit ahead, because I guess the play happens. But really, the play is it's just the Scrooge, like her being a Scrooge, and she's like, God bless us, everyone. And lights and applause, and everyone stands. That's the only bit of the play that we see.
Yeah. Right, and the mom came. There was like a plot line that she hadn't been home forever, which I thought in these kind of movies it meant that you're a bad person. Like if you haven't seen your parents for a long time.
Yeah.
And her dad's dead for no reason.
Of course. Gotta have a dad.
Car wreck. Moves a car wreck.
I don't remember how he died.
They don't say.
It's always a car wreck.
But what?
But yeah, so the mom comes, and it's the mom from Queer as Folk. Any gay listeners? She's like Queer as Folk is filmed in Canada, so she's like, oh, here's my chance to play another mom.
Oh.
So she's like an old OG mom. She's been playing Canadian moms forever.
She got to really mom it up when Charlotte got the role earlier on.
Oh,
yeah. She was like, Mom, I got this part. And the mom hung up the phone and was like, yes. And
my
then, like,
baby.
Jumped and danced forever.
Yeah. It was ridiculous.
Yeah,
So, of course, the mom's there because as the curtain call's happening, all the actors sing "We Wish You a Merry Christmas," as one does at the end of the Christmas Carol. And then Charlotte is literally like waving to her mom, like, hi, mom. And she's like telling like the other actors, like, that's my mom. My mom's here. Like,
and they're like, neat.
Yeah, they're like,
you're out of character.
Be a professional and take your bow, okay?
No wonder.
No wonder this is your first opportunity in the theater. You dumb idiot. So at the cast party, Mr. Hayes is like, oh, due to the success of social media.
Yeah.
Because there's some social media thing that happens. Not the performance or the production quality or the ticket sales. Social media saves the day, and he decides to keep the theater opened. And he also decides to revive the theater district of New York.
Yeah, somehow this show going well has made all the other producers are like, you know what?
It's
theater.
It's
theater
a fucking
district.
Christmas miracle.
Yeah.
Because, New York theater is really struggling.
Yeah. Don't they have have like shows there sometimes.
I heard
having
about
a-
Broadway like
Yeah.
closing
having a
down.
tough-
They're having a hard time.
Yeah, I say this. I'm drinking rosé out of a Hamilton cup right now.
Right. We have a Hamilton cup. So yes.
I bought it when I saw Hamilton.
I
So-
have one too.
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, because you get the cocktail like in the glass.
Yeah,
yeah,
you
yeah.
can't get
Gotta do that.
like the Aaron
And it comes with a
Bertini or
little
whatever
lid.
it is.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like a little
Aaron
lid.
Bertini.
Yeah.
Thing.
I had that as well. Anyway, so Charlotte and Julian ditch the party and they go to like have a little conversation. And she's like, I'm not going to move to Chicago. And she's like, I don't know if he says this or she says this, but I put in quotes, you know what they say about rules. And then they kiss. The end.
I totally missed that. part.
Well, because
I mean, I remember they kissed, but I don't.
she's like a rule follower, I guess.
Oh, okay.
She has a lot of like weird sayings.
Oh
in
yeah,
those-
that's a whole like side thing, like with her character. Like she has all these like isms.
Someone goes, "Are you serious?" And she goes, "I'm serious as a broken dream."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes. So I have a.
serious as a broken dream. Is that one of the things?
Yeah, no, I wrote it down. I wrote down another.
There was
one
a
too.
ton of them, and I was gonna write them too, but I was like, I can't even deal with this. They're all terrible, and she has like special rules. She has rules like her mom can't like ask her about how the audition went. She could, or if she got the part,
Yeah.
she can ask her how the audition went. So like, don't ask me if I got the part. Ask me if I did a good job in the audition. Like,
Okay.
so she's a rule setter.
Sure.
She's setting boundaries, but then she breaks the boundaries for Julia, and they fall in love, and Christmas, blah blah blah.
And Christmas and then blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Also,
Right.
with Julian, did you when they went to his apartment, they made fun of it forever, like the decor in it, and it was lovely. I don't know. They kept being like, "Ooh, it's so minimalist," and I would just say it was tasteful.
Right.
Because it wasn't like a Hallmark movie where like there's like fucking twinkle lights like wrapped around every goddamn pole.
Yes.
I also watched another Hallmark movie yesterday with my husband.
Yes,
who
you
we will
did.
hear from later.
You will hear about that. Very different. So on the podcast, Tristan,
Yes.
we pour it up if we love it, or we would put a cork in it if we do not recommend.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do today?
Wasn't there a Let It Breathe too? Or,
Let It
or that was
Breathe.
only a precursor.
That was
like, reading the thing.
yeah, we're
That
making
was a we'll see.
that was a we'll wait and see, but now the time has come to either
Okay.
pour it up or put a cork in it.
Do I go first?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna put a cork in it.
Mm-hmm.
It was very disappointing. And like I was like weirdly relieved when the commercials came on because it was like, oh, these are well produced and
Yes.
and like well written and
That's a good point. You gotta watch Hallmark movies with the commercials. Like you will feel so much better about the movie, even if you hated it. You need that break.
Yeah.
You need the break.
Yeah.
and
So
it wasn't even bad enough to be like hilarious, like The
Right.
Room, you know, where you could just be like, ha ha ha.
like,
It was just like
oh, man, it's
boring.
so incorrect
It was
all
really
the time.
Boring.
Yeah.
yes. Okay. I am going to pour it up for this one. I'm gonna go against Tristan on this
Patrick.
Okay.
because here's why.
Okay.
So in a previous Hallmark movie last year, we had this. There was a theater one last year. This is the theater one this year. The theater one last year was called Finding Father Christmas, and it was about an actor in the Christmas Carol who died on stage. Okay.
Okay.
Whoa.
So no one died on stage in this movie and made their child like hate theater and hate the Christmas Carol. So
okay.
it was a more pro theater movie. So for that, I will pour it up.
Okay.
But I'm definitely with you that this was like, I mean, this whole week is a put a cork in the week. But in my week of movies, this is the bright spot, which just tells you the quality of the other ones.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Drew, what are you thinking?
Blind. I'm gonna put a cork in it, only and because it just sounds like they're just doing they're doing theater wrong.
Yeah.
Oh
They
yeah.
just don't know how
Also,
theater works.
Theater people are hilarious. Like there could have been so
Like-
much
Yeah.
good comedy.
Have
and
you
bits
guys
and
ever
stuff.
seen Slings and Arrows?
No.
Oh, it's so good and it nails like theater like tropes very well.
Yeah.
It's a Canadian show. Rachel McAdams was in it before she was famous. Slings and Arrows. Everyone write that down. Get out your pen and paper. Slings and Arrows. It's a really, really good show that encapsulates.
Yeah.
Wow.
You said it right a bunch of times.
That's why I'm in theater. I need to like I need to like
Encapsulate?
But it really does encapsulate the like theater experience. I don't even know what channel that was on. It's some like Canadian show. Anyways, okay, so that wraps up our conversation about Christmas Encore or Encore Christmas, whatever. But before we go, we have our favorite segment of this week and every week. What you say, Candace Cameron Bray? That's right. What you say, Candace Cameron Bray. So Tristan, this week, Candace is doing a 7 days staying stylish. 7 days of staying stylish.
Encapsulate.
Yeah. So she's posting for 7 days about style tips and whatever.
Oh, good.
For 7 days, but she only does about 3 days. So this is not one of those days. She forgets about it for one day and goes Christmas tree shopping. So I brought a clip from her Instagram to play for you of her shopping for Christmas trees, not doing the thing that she set up for the week, doing something totally different.
She just forgot that she was doing it.
Literally forgot. So I'm going to cue that up for you. If you follow her on Instagram, please don't.
Speaking of Candace Cameron Bray,
Yeah.
have you noticed that all Lifetime actresses have like long hair that's really straight, and then at the very bottom there's a perfect sausage curl? It's like their hair.
Well, that's a hairstyle. Like,
Well, yeah, but they all have like. I feel like every one they're like, my hair.
you're very true.
My hair. I am true.
You're very. That is very true. Okay.
Guess what we're doing today?
Christmas tree.
Christmas tree amongst the fires. But we're gonna go pick it out right now. What size are we getting?
What?
What size?
How big is that?
Slim pickings right now. I think we're a little late in the game.
I just got a small one.
I love those little fat chubby ones down there. That's what I want in my bedroom. Well, the fires aren't close to our house, but close enough. So we're kind of staying put in case the winds shift. But huge shout out and thank you to all the firefighters.
Wow.
So, yes, she goes Christmas tree shopping and then turns it into a LA fire
Shout out
to all those people when it's like not affecting her.
She's not even
Yeah.
close. Well, we
No.
don't. Well, it's not. We're not anywhere near the fires at all.
I'm
even
by a
little bit,
tree
but-
that could catch on fire, so I should make a post. My agent, my publicist told me to make a post on Instagram, so I'm gonna do something.
Also, we learned that Candace Cameron Bure wants a fat, chubby one in the bedroom.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. What?
Yep. Like, come on, come on, Candace.
Did we not?
Come on, CCB.
Come on, CCB. We know what you're talking about.
Oh, I found out her fans call her CCB.
Oh, yeah,
Like-
that's why I said that, because I'm
No,
a super big
I
fan.
know you're a super big fan, but like
No, do they really?
they
Oh,
they
okay.
really do. Because I was reading an article in the Washington Post. They did an article about Hallmark movies and how like it's an escapism for 2017. Like, 2017 is like just the worst year ever. So everybody's watching Hallmark. And then they interviewed Candace Cameron Bure, and she was like, "Oh, please call me CCB. All my fans call me CCB."
No,
Yes.
no,
Ugh.
no. Don't follow her. Patrick will follow her for you. Please don't follow her.
Yes, do not. But apparently, you're right. She likes a big, chubby, or a fat,
A
chubby.
fat, chubby one in the bedroom.
She wants a little fat, chubby one
And
in
she's
the bedroom.
concerned about the LA fires. So, good job, firemen, fighting those fires. My publicist told me to say that too. So weird. Just so disingenuous. So disingenuous.
Just off the mark. Like, what the fuck are you talking about the fires for? Just pick out a no.
Stick with the story that you're telling.
Was that her son, that person?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That was her
I
son.
assume.
She has 2 sons. They're both like teenager boys. And then she has a daughter too.
Oh,
I guess from the same man. I don't really know much about her
course.
children.
She's would never marry more than one man
They
because
just
she
seem
loves
so.
Jesus.
They seem old. They seem like old children to be having. I mean, is she much older than us?
I mean,
I don't know.
Maybe she is.
She's older.
I don't know. I mean, we're probably more Stephanie Tanner age than DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Well, either way, Candace Cameron Bure, don't follow her. But do follow us. Tristan, where can we find you on social media?
Oh, good question.
If you don't want to talk about social media, you don't have to.
No, I don't. I just like I don't do it that much, so I'm like I don't know. I think it's Tris Tanner probably on Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah, wonderful.
Probably Tris Tanner. Check that out.
Yeah.
If not, there's a British man that thanks you for the follows.
Oh yes, Tristan Tanner.
There is a British man named
That's
Tristan
my
Tanner.
British accent. Tristan Tanner.
It's really good.
Tanner.
Tristan
Terrible.
Tanner.
And Drew, where can we follow you?
You can find me on Instagram at Drew Butt with Pants.
Wonderful. Thank you both for joining me.
Thank you.
And thank you, listeners, for checking back in with Lifetime Uncorked. We watch these movies so you don't have to, but if you do, we'd love to hear from you. You can follow me on social media at Patrick Miguel or the podcast at Lifetime Uncorked. And visit our website at lifetimeuncorked.com or join us at 872-267-4117 and share your thoughts. Don't forget to rate and review us on iTunes. And yeah, that's it. Okay, bye.
Bye.